Good day, children. Welcome to our first module, which is generating patterns and illustrating arithmetic sequence. There are two things, duha ka buok dapat ninyong makatunan karong adlaw. We have generating patterns and illustrating arithmetic sequence. So before we start, if you can hear something in the background, na daghang tao sa mua and saba kayong electric pan, so bear with me. Then I want you to get your module so that when I say you open to page or this is found in page, at least you can or parehas ta nga nag-ukab because I have mine here. Tara, I printed it as if you cared. I printed it in sa notebook para ka-save tagban paper but same thing. But anyways, so I want you to prepare your modules para again as I've said, ingon ako nga akong gisulti is found in page something this and that so you can also open your modules as well. Okay? So if you open your modules, there are mga swat dara, but if you have time to read them, those are important people who made the modules, so at least you'll know. And then there's the introductory message and whatnot. But we'll have in the most essential learning competency, page 1 of your module, it states there that you have to generate pattern and illustrate arithmetic sequences. Those are the two things that we're going to discuss today. Okay, so if you open to the next page of your module after that, page 2, there's a pre-assessment. So pre-assessment meaning wala pa mo nakatunan. So as if ko, para makibaw at the end of this module, kung na-improve ba from your answers of pre-assessment in page 2, after the discussion, after reading all the examples, or after learning, ansiran yung balik ang katong assessment after this kung mas dako ba yung score, but that's just pre-assessment. So let's dive right away with our discussion. Okay, so on page 4 you have there what's in, what comes next, and there's shapes, but I prefer to have my own discussion for this one. Don't worry, I'm using PowerPoint, but then this is just very short. I'll have the katong swat na discuss later after this short PowerPoint presentation. So I'll have a PowerPoint presentation for you because I believe that I need to you need to have a solid foundation of what it is or what is really patterns or sequences or generating patterns. Okay, so I have here a PowerPoint presentation. Sorry, loading pa kayo internet. Para anyways. Okay, there. So you have generating patterns and illustrating arithmetic sequence. Patterns is actually everywhere. Daghan kay kag makitaan ka ng mga patterns or kanang for example kung 'di ba kung makaibaw ka nga mag-uwan kay tungod kay maklaro nimo sa pattern nga naman kay kanang pag first hayag pa kayong adlaw and then ikalit lang og landong kay nawa ang sun, then ni daghan ang clouds, ni itom ang langit. So you can predict from there, you can generate na after that mag-uwan siya. So kana siya is an example of patterns. So here I have a few examples, and then what we're going to do is you have to determine what will happen next with a series of pictures presented. You are going to tell me what as if naman sad no nga inyo sang isulti nga di man sad ko kadungog kung naara mo diha yan ako diri. But ako na lang magtuwag-tuwag sa akong self murag dura. So what happens next? First picture, as you can see, nagabas siya og kahoy. And then sa second picture, daghan na siyag nahurot, ay daghan na siyag na kuha na kahoy. Then nahurot yun yung murag usa ka hektarya. So what do you think will happen next? So there are different possibilities kung unsay mahitabuan na. Pwede kaysa sige niya pumutol kahoy, pwede naupaw ng mga bungtod or mag-landslide or mag-flash floods or unsa pa kahadera. Okay? So makaibaw ka, unsay mahitabo next? Pwede mag-landslide. That's the first set of pictures. First set of picture rather. Next, we have this one. Naglabay siya basura sa sapa. Dayon, sa sige niya glabay, daghan silang nasiglabay na anod na ato sa kuan asa na sa SM Lasyon, and then nainana na daghan na kayo gibahaan na jud sila. So what do you think will happen next? Pwede, of course, obviously, water pollution, mga isda dira nangamatay so wala sila makaon. Yeah. What else? Amo na bahala. So, by observing, you can actually say nga, ang mahitabo is sunod kay na siya. Okay, so tanaw nimo, it's a pattern. Kani, nagtuon or nagbasa siya. Dayon, i-participate siya sa klase. And nakakuha siya og dahong nga score. So, what do you think will happen next? So, kay nagkamot man siya, nagtuon siya, participate siya sa klase, and dako siya score. So, what pasabot, ang next anang nga mahitabo kay dahil po kayo hagbong no nga kuan. So makapasar siya or makahuman siya or makagraduate siya or successful siya sa iyang pag-eskwela. Okay? Next. So, ikaw, and then family, community. So, from nimo, karausa, and then imong pamilya, daghan mo, then sa inyong community, sa inyong barangay. Example ana niya is, example na kay buhaton, magbinutan, ay kanang, you are a good example of sa kuan. So, through yourself as a good example, ma-influence nimo ang imong family. Kanya, yung pamilya, sa ilang good deeds, ma-influence na sa community. So, what's next after you, your family and community? Of course, it could be your town or your country or the world. So, ana siya gani. Okay? Kani. Okay, uso man kainin ninyo. Mga babae, ipakilig. Crush. Dayon, panguyaban. Dayon, naay, lain. Giatik ra. Mauna, humok kag ilong. Madali ram kayo mailad. Murag ako. So, what do you think will happen next? Gikan sa crush, dito ang di mong tapos eskwela. Nya, kaya uyab. Nya, di na lain. So, what happens next? Wala. So, broken-hearted. Pero, pwede sa di positive way. Ano mo day, bala ka di kay mahay kung imo kong ilisan fast. Diba? So, naranan niya. So, those are just few of the examples nga makakita mo patterns and kan. So, mga pictures man to, we'll have next kani. What comes next? Mga shapes, mga kuan sa siya. Here we have sa first kay upat ka square isa ka dot. Sa second picture kay naay pila man ka squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 ka squares, tulo ka dots. But if you're just going to look at the dots, usa, dayon diri kay tulo, dayon diri kay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1 dot, 3 dots, then you have 5 dots here. So you will know that in this square right here, in the fourth square kanina ko, you can have how many dots? Okay, how many? Char, dura. You have 1, 2, 3. So 1, 3, 5. So there are very good 7 dots. Murag true. Okay, next. Kani. So na. Kani is arrow to the right. Dayon, arrow down. Then arrow to the left. Ni arrow up. Then ni balik na sa siya og right. So, what comes next after this one? So, tanaw yung pattern. Right, down, left, up. So, right, after right, should be very good. Down. So, right, down, left, up, right, down. So, down ang sunod ana niya. Okay? Next. Kani matchsticks, mga palito sa pusporo. So, kung imong ihapon ang figure or ang drawing na forma, moros lag lapis, kanang lapis kanang grade 1 pa ka nga imuhang tahalan babaw gubos. So inana siya og now. So, kung pila ka lapis kunuhay kung lapis na. So usa, diri duha, diri tulo. So you will know nga ang ika fourth nga drawing kay upat siya ka murag lapis nga gitapad-tapad. Pero kung imo ihapon, ang first, kung pila ka matchsticks, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ka matchsticks. So 8 matchsticks, kani 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. But anyways, kung imo ihapon ng matchsticks, 2 ka mahuman. So inato na lang, ang iha na lang figure nga na form. So kani usa ka figure nga na form rag lapis, and then duha nga gidikit, and then tulo nga gidikit sa next. So the next one should be 4 ang imuhang ma-drawing dito, or dapat 4 ka buok nga matchsticks nga for maglapis ang imong gidikit-dikit. Okay? Next, you have this one. Square, triangle, square, duha ka triangle, square, tulo ka triangle, square. So, kung imong observe ang pattern, every after the square kay naay kuan. Naay usay tawagan na. Every after the square kay triangle. So, square, triangle, duha ka buok, square, triangle. So, kung ang triangle imong obserbaran, usa, duha, tulo. So, tulo ka triangle ang naa sa before ani nga square. So, you have 1, 2, 3. Therefore, ang next nga set sa triangles, or ang next nga triangles imo dingon kay upat ka buok. Oh, what happened? Okay, let's continue because there was a problem earlier. So let's pick it up from here as a review. So you had, so this was the last example. You have the squares. So you know nga, upat kabok squares ang mas nasa sunod dira. Halina sa tasa, numbers. What is the next number? So you'll be given a series of numbers or set of numbers, and you're going to identify what should be the next number, or what should be the number, what number should be placed on the blank provided after the last number given. So we have, for example, 0, 4, 8, 12. So in this case, 0, 4, 8, 12, and then blank. What should be next? Sa pictures, o sa mga drawing kaniha, dali ra kayo, you can identify because of course, drawing naman. But here, need na siya og mas deeper nga thinking. Ang 0 nahimong 4, ang 4 nahimong 8, ang 8 nahimong 12. So, ano man, from 0, 4, 0, yeah, imo nun, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nay 4. 4 pa dong 8. 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, upat hapon. Ang 8 pa dong 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Upat gyapon. So kung ikaw unsa ti pattern nila. So nagets na mo nga ang pattern nila kay tag 4. Naada og 4. So to get the next one after 12, ay imong buhaton mag-add kag 4. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So therefore, ang nagsunod kay 16. So 0, 4, 8, 12, 16. So ang next number dira 16. Okay? Next, we'll have this one. 1, 3, 9, 27. Uno naon, ganiha nag-plus to nga example. Kani ka, no? So, unsa may pattern para makaibaw ko unsay sunod. Kung mag-plus ko, 1 padung 3, na-plus og 2. Imong ingon, na-plus og 2. 1, 2, 3. So, 2. 3 padung 9. Plus di 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Daghan, kani 2. Yeah, dayon. So ang pattern dili mao kay lain-lain man. So dili day plus. Yeah, lahi na sa imong naon. Nagets na nimo. Ang 1 nahimong 3, nahimong 9, nahimong 27. Murag na times man siguro ni. So pila man ang na times? Ang 1 na times og 3. So 1 times 3, 3. Ang 3 na times sa 9, 3 times 3. Ay, na times sa 9, sorry. 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3, 27. So, nag-times jud og 3. 1 times 3, 3. 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3, 27. So, therefore, ang next one kay 27 times 3. 27 times 3 is equal to, pila man? O, patay tanan kay dako man na number, 81. So, the answer is 81. So, the next number here is 81. Next. This one, 3, 5, 7, 9. By looking at it, ay, may kayo ka, ay, odd number man ni. Correct. So, 3, 5, 7, 9. Mga odd numbers siya. From 3 na himong 5, na himong 7, na himong 9. So, kabahan ako sa next, 11. Pero kung pautanong ka, nganong 11? Masay pattern. So, ang 3 na himong 5 kay, very good. Plus sa 2. So, 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. And then 9 plus 2 is 11. So, therefore, 11 ang number na dapat naadya sa blanco. Okay? Next. Tanong sa itong pangnaong be. Next, we have this one. Negative 1, 1, negative 1, 1. Oy, magsayon na ana, sir. Kay, nagpuli-puli ra ang sign. Negative 1, 1, negative 1, 1. So, therefore, ang next kay, pila man. Very good. Marigdura. So, ang nagsunod kay negative 1. Kay nga naman, kung unsa may pattern ba? Unsa may pattern? So, giunsa man nganong negative 1, correct siya, pero nga naman. Kay, nag-plus, nag-times, nag-divide, unsa man kaha. Secret. Itaw. You have negative 1, nahimong positive 1. Kung mag-plus, unsa may akong i-plus sa negative 1, nga mahimo siyang positive 1. 2. Yeah. Ang 1, mahimo negative 1, pila sa ko i-plus. Negative 3. Sakto ba ko? Ay, di wrong. So, libog siya. Meaning, di guro plus. So, pasin times. Negative 1 times 1. Negative 1 times 1. Positive 1. Sakto. 1 times negative 1. Ay, unsa na to? Negative 1 times positive 1 is, ay dapat negative di ay, sorry. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Then positive 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So, positive 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. So, therefore, ang pattern niya is negative 1. So, medyo libog ka ito, sorry. Next, we have kani 160, 40, ay 160, 80, 40. So, paatras ni gamay ang numbers. 160 na 80 na 40. Kung pagamay, minus. Pero, pilam sa minus. 160 na minusan og 80 na imong 80. Nya, dapat man parihas man ang pattern kay para makaingon ka, para makabaw ka on sa next. So, na minus, pero lain-lain ang pagka-minus. Kung divide, maka-idea ka, ay, natunga na siya. So, 160, kung isang kagtunga, divide na. So, 160 divided by 2 is 80. 80 divided by 2 is 40. So, therefore, ang nagsunod, 40 divided by 2 is, yes, correct, 20. So, therefore, the answer is 20. The next number in the sequence is 20. Okay? Next. So, as you can see, the set of shapes and the set of numbers in the above activity are what we call sequences. Okay? So, gitawag to siya og sequences. Pero sa inyong module, page 5, by definition, nakabutang dito, a sequence or progression is a list of numbers written in a specified order that follows a definite pattern or rule. So mo itong nasikog pangutana, unsa may pattern, unsa may rule, pattern or rule. Kay based from inato, makaibaw mo ka sa next. Basta naa sila pattern, sila nga mga numbers, naagay pattern, nagkaparehas kani ilang rule kung giunsa sila pagkuha. Puot pasabot ana, sequence ang tawag ana. Sequence or progression. Kano mang naay progression. You say progression, progress, it goes on and on. So, sequence or progression. And then, ang kada usa ato niya, kada usa ka number sa sequence, like for example, if we go back, 160, 80, 40, kada usa ana niya, ang 160, ang 80, ang 40, ginatawag na to og term. Term ang tawag sa mga members sa numbers, sa list of numbers, sorry. In a sequence, ang mga members ng mga number diha are terms. Okay? And then, when you name them, kay daghan man sila, so we name them in chronological order. Ang nag-una, first term, kay siya may nag-una, first term, second term, third term. All right? We'll have more on that after this one. So, mao na siya ang set of shapes and set of numbers in the above activity are called sequences. Now, we have types of sequences. It's actually found also in page 5 sa ubos and page 6 sa iyong module babaw. So, duha ka buok, finite or others pronounce it as finite. So, either way, finite or finite sequences or infinite sequences. So, when you say finite or finite, kung sa Bisaya pa na, maihap. Naay sinungdanan, naay kinutuban. So, maihap nimo, naay first term, naay last term. Maihap ra pila ka buok. Like sa katong example, ganiha, 160, 80, 40. Apilo na to ang blank. Pila man na sila ka buok. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Upat sila ka buok. So, ang buot pasabot, there are 4 terms in this particular sequence. Finite siya or finite siya. Kay naihap man nimo. Arita sa infinite, meaning walay kinutuban. So, it goes on and on. You have walay last term. We don't know the last term. Kay infinite man, wam kabaw asa na siya kutob. So, lay kay na siya. The difference between finite and finite and infinite is just these 3 dots. Tulo ka tuldok, which is what we call ellipses. Basta naa ganina sa imong example, if you going to check your module in page 6, na table diha that compares finite and infinite. As you can see, sa infinite na ay mga tulo ka tuldok after the last term given. Kay buot pasabot ana, wala pa na nahuman na panay next. Wa man takabaw, wa man gihatag dira. So kana inyong 3 dots represents forever. May pa. So kung dot ra ganina meaning tapos na, wala na mo. Pero dapat kung para padayon pa mo dot na para na ay forever. May insert pa gid ibig sagway lami. So mao na siya. And unsa pa man dire? Next is sa katunang term sa kung giingon mo balik ta ato. So I have here the example 5, 10, 15, 20. Upat sila kabuok. So this is finite, maihap, naay first, naay last. Pero wala may tulo ka dot. So meaning ang 20 last na diha dapita. So first term, second term, third term, fourth term. Again, as I've said, we name the members or the numbers as terms. We arrange them as, we name them chronologically. So first term is 5, una. Second term is 10. Third term is 15. Fourth term is 20. So, ana siya. Pero, ang mga math teachers or ang mga mathematicians, matapulan man ka, suwat-suwat, something. So, we change it into symbols or we use variables to represent a particular what do you call that? Basta. So, for example, we have here 5, 10, 15. Instead of saying writing first term, 5 is the first term. So, we use subscripts and we change or we substitute A to represent term. We use the variable A. So, A meaning term, and then the subscripts 1, 2, 3, 4 represents the placement or the order of the term in chronological sa kisinag-una. So, we say first term in this example is 5. So we say 5 is A sub 1. So 5 is A sub 1. That means A is first term. A sub 1. Ay inyong sub 1 kay inyong utanan. Ngers. Wala me. So you have the first term is 5 meaning A sub 1. Second term 10 A sub 2. Third term A sub 3. Fourth term A sub 4. I hope na amoy na A sub 10. Okay? So, mauna siya ang imuhang terms. All throughout these modules, I don't know, maybe until the last of October, we'll be tackling about sequences, and you have their arithmetic sequence, geometric sequence, and other types of sequences. And each of those, like for example, sa arithmetic and geometric, kaya naanay finding the next term, finding the nth term, finding the arithmetic geometric means, etc., etc. So, we'll have more on that. And this time, sa part 2 na lang no kay ngano nag-struggle ko sa Zoom kay taas kayo siya unya dugay kayo mo render as video. So part 2 ani niya is katunang magsuwat-suwat ta mag-example ko sa katong arithmetic sequence na illustrating arithmetic sequence. Okay? So see you sa part 2.